Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Magnificent Motors NG. If this is your first time, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Also, do not forget to watch the previous videos we've actually uploaded, like our videos, then do not forget to turn on post notification. So today we'll be doing a very short video, and this video is actually about how to jack your vehicle when you have an emergency or you want to change the tire. I know it sounds very easy for most people who have never done it before. It sounds easier. I will just do this, jack the tire. Well, I can't tell you if it's easy or if it's not easy, but then there was a situation recently where I had a friend who has been driving for over 8 years. He has never had an emergency where he needed to fix his tire. So he had that recently in Lagos. And you know what it's like in Lagos, where you need to, your car breaks down on the road, you need to fix it, the area boys and all that. He had that issue recently and he could not change his tire. I won't call his name, but I'm sure he would see this video. So because of that situation, he told me what he went through and all that in terms of changing the tire. At the end of the day, someone on the road had to help him change that tire. He couldn't do it, even though he has been driving for over 8 years. So I just thought about it and said, oh well, we might have a lot of other people who are in this same situation, right? That have been driving for a long time, they've never changed their tires. So I just said, okay, let's just do a quick video to show you guys how to actually jack your vehicle properly and change your tire if you're in that kind of situation. So first of all, I would show you guys what you actually need to accomplish this. So you need to have your jack, right? This is your jack. It should be in your trunk. You need this lever to also roll the jack. Then you need this is your wheel spanner to actually loosen the lugs on your tire. That's the nuts on your tire. Then you also need something like this. It's actually a stone, but you need a wedge to actually hold the car from rolling. So the first thing you need to do is, it depends on the tire you're trying to loosen. So we're going to use this front driver's tire as an example. So if we're trying to loosen this tire, it means we would actually jack the vehicle from this side. So you jack the vehicle from the points, from the tire you want to actually change. So if we're going to jack this side of the vehicle to loosen this tire, it means we would have to put this wedge at the rear driver's side, behind the tire, something like this, behind the tire at that end, so that when you're lifting this side of the vehicle up, that side doesn't roll. Because if it rolls a little, it might actually shift the jack or bend the jack, and it's not going to be good for you. So if we're actually trying to loosen the other tire, if we're jacking that other end of this vehicle, that's the driver's side, then it means we need to have this wedge on this side of the vehicle, right? So this is what you actually do. So after putting the wedge, which is the first thing you do, you now proceed to loosen the lugs, the nuts on the tire with your wheel spanner. So first of all, you loosen this. You don't loosen it completely. You just loosen the nuts to a point where you can actually loosen them with your hands. Then you place your jack. After loosening that, you place your jack under the vehicle. So for every vehicle, there's actually a point where the jack needs to actually stay. You don't just put your jack anywhere under the vehicle. There's a point where the jack actually stays firmly under the vehicle, and I would put that as an image here, so that you can actually see that when you do this successfully, after putting this where it's supposed to be, the next thing you do, you just turn the jack, you know, do something like this. Sorry, my jack is tight. So first of all, I just need to allow it to get to the point, then you proceed to, you know, to lift the car up. You can see the car is going up already. It's not difficult if you've been doing this. You see the car is going up, but I won't continue because I have not actually put the wedge there. So this is simply how to do this, right? Then you turn it the other way around to drop the car again as well. So what you do is, once you've jacked the vehicle up, you know, you still have your nuts here. You don't need to roll the tire. You just, once the tire is off, make sure the tire is off the ground completely, right, before you then proceed to remove your nuts. So once you remove your nuts, you bring out the tire. As easy as that for this tire. It's not as easy as I say it, but it's because I have the experience. So once the tire is off the ground, you can then loosen the nuts with your hand and draw out the tire. Then you bring your replacement tire, which is maybe your spare tire or whatever, put it in back, right? Once you put in the spare tire, use your hands to tighten the nuts. When you're done tightening the nuts with your hand, then you use your wheel spanner, which is this, to try to turn the nuts as much as you can. But for some vehicles, they're actually very delicate. Once the tire is off the floor, because the gearbox is at this point, for some vehicles you don't need to roll the tire once the tire is off the ground, right? So I just take that precaution for every vehicle. Once the tire is off the floor, I try not to roll the tire so I don't damage the gearbox of the vehicle, right? So I just turn it as much as I can I turn the nuts with my spanner as much as I can without rolling the tire. Then at this point, you drop the vehicle down, right? You can at this point remove the jack. Then do not forget to tighten it properly. Now that the tire is on the floor, you can now proceed to tighten it properly, tighten the nuts with your wheel spanner properly. Then when you're done with that, you can remove the wedge and take everything back into your boot. So this is how you actually jack your vehicle and also change your tire in case of an emergency. Well, it sounds easy, but then I'm already tired, I'm already exhausted. So guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Do not forget to like, comment. If you want us to bring up any video, comment. Do that in the comment section. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, turn on post notification, and please do share our videos. Thanks very much and have a lovely week. Bye.